Hello everyone and welcome to this short feature highlight video. Today we're going to be talking about our newly released metric chart type, which we call Rollup by cohort or by software version. Metric charts will be familiar to anyone who's used the platform before. They provide an overtime view of your metric performance, which you can then use to compare between software version or between cohorts. The existing chart type is great if you're looking to do intensive monitoring of the performance against metrics after something like a new software version release. However, they do have a limitation in that the data provided within these existing chart types is limited to an 8-week time window. For that reason, we have built a new view which we call Rollup by cohort or by software version. This new version allows you to make absolute comparisons of performance against metric conditions across software versions or across cohorts, but removing time as a variable. So looking at the left-hand side of the screen now, I can see my existing metric chart type over time. If I wanted to make a comparison of my 1.0 version with an intermediary 1.1 version and a newly released 1.1.1 version, on the left-hand side here, I can see how the performance against that metric condition does change over time with these software versions. However, because this is a demo, this entire transition from my version 1.0 to my newest version 1.1.1 happens only over a number of days. However, in a real-life scenario, it's likely that this transition can take a number of months, in which case making this absolute performance comparison of my versions becomes less certain. That is why we've created our chart type on the right. This rollup by software version in this case provides an absolute view of the performance of those metric conditions between the software versions and without the variable of time. So you can see here very easily that I had created a regression in my intermediary 1.1.0 version, which is then fixed in my 1.1.1 version. And in a real life scenario, you can imagine that this transition would have taken a number of months, in which case my view on the left would have been less useful in making this direct performance comparison between these software versions. You can also see the sample size for each software version that this data is based on and the time over which that was collected, all of which combine to give you great confidence in making comparisons between software versions or between cohorts. Creating this chart type is also extremely easy. You do it in exactly the same way as the existing metric chart type view. However, when you go into the creation screen, you will see within Rollup that there is now a drop-down available, and you must select by cohort or by software version. This will lock your aggregation into min, mean, max, as that is the only view currently available. But otherwise, the chart type is created in exactly the same way. Creating that chart type will then display this data and view that you see on the right-hand side here. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to our team. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.